Hi guys, how are you doing today? This beautiful Saturday. It's been kind of a lazy day for me, but there's been a few things on my mind after talking with a friend the last couple days, and just knowing that so many people are having different frustrations. I've had my own with this too, where sometimes we, you know, I guess, struggle with our life not being where we think it should be, or not feeling successful enough, or not feeling like we just didn't complete something at a certain timing that we thought we were going to, when we were younger, or maybe there's expectations of our family or friends around us or partners, and I know that sometimes we tend to struggle over this. Actually, more than sometimes. I mean, I've seen it so much through, especially in our society here in the States, and it just got me thinking. I know that the last few years, a lot of the guidance that has come through for me was working towards letting go of the, I guess, preconditioned beliefs, that we had to do so much to be successful, or a certain picture, I guess you can say, that if we didn't fit this picture, we didn't do all these things, we didn't have the white picket fence, we didn't have the money, the job, the family, whatever, by a certain age or a certain time, that we were no longer successful. And it just, we bring so much unneeded stress and struggle into our lives. And so a few years ago, these were my guides, or higher self was working with me and just letting some of that go and saying, well, first of all, where did this come from? But if we look at it, all of the success, ideas about success, or what's good or what's not good, is all subjective, right? You talk to a whole bunch of different people, 100 different people, and they're going to give you 100 different ideas of what they think successful means, and what is good or what is bad. And it's amazing if you start looking at it that way and realizing, well, where did this come from? Where did we pick up these beliefs? And are we living our lives based on what somebody else is deeming as successful? And we're stressing ourselves out and really losing hours, minutes, hours, years of our life, and where we're missing out on the people and the experiences that we could be having and really enjoying right in each moment. And it is just something that we can, shift ourselves out of if we want to. It's just realizing, which something that's been coming to me again. I think it's come in and out throughout my life, but more the last couple years, it's been really trying to come through, get me to embrace and understand that, like, we're here to experience. I really believe that we're here on this planet to experience, not to be somebody else's idea of successful, and certainly not to stress ourselves out like that we miss our life. And so I started to kind of remind myself every time I find myself in that trap, or stressing out, or my body's physically out of balance because of the stress, and then I look at it and be like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Oh, I'm trying to prove I'm good enough, or I'm feeling unfit or unworthy, or because of what, somebody else's idea of successful, and it doesn't match the picture of what I'm living right now. And then I remind myself of all the blessings. I start, doing my gratitude, like, what am I grateful for? Every little thing that is there. And then start shifting my thoughts into all the blessings in my life, like all the amazing things I've been able to do. And the more I pull myself out of that rat race, or that need to be somebody else's picture of success, then the happier I become, or the more joyful I become. And I just have to keep reminding myself, because it was very embedded, and that in the box training that we've had. And so it can get really tough sometimes to, when we come to that place, and to have the desire, first of all, to not need somebody else's approval, and to be able to feel good enough about ourselves, and to learn how to just follow our heart and follow our joy. And it's amazing what happens when we start to do that. And think about, the more of us that do that, the more that ripple spreads. And of course, we're teaching our children, we're modeling for all those who share our lives with us, and it just grows from there. And so I was thinking about that today, and thinking how nice it would be to just see this world where we can all be free and just enjoy each day for what it is, and really, like, forget about all the stress. And the more we, each follow our hearts, the more we come back to helping each other. I feel like it is in process. We're building a new foundation, or coming back to a place, or to a new place where we can live free and in harmony with the earth, with ourselves, with each other, and experience a completely different lifestyle. And really, I feel like everything that we go through, another point we can look at is everything we go through here, if we just embrace it, even the things that we don't like, even the painful parts of it, and just know that it doesn't mean that we've done something wrong necessarily, or that we're, again, not successful or not worthy. It just means that maybe our soul came to experience that. We're really learning more about our essence by going through every single situation possible. And each one of us signed up for different ones. And so you can't even compare to someone else because they specifically signed up for that as we did ours. And so if we can shift it and start looking at it that way and just really embracing everything that's happening to us, it really changes all of it. It's no longer bad. It's just like, oh, I wanted to feel this? Okay, let me feel it then. Wow, this is what it feels like to, be in pain. And of course, we might not be saying that with a smiling face, or, there might be tears and pain. But yet on another level, we can consciously understand that that is what we came to experience, instead of trying to get away from it or judge it and then make ourselves suffer and punish ourselves for it. So then we can come back as soon as, we feel it, we go through it, and then when we embrace it, it kind of goes through faster. And then we come back to, again, the gratitude, the joy, and we move on to more and more experiences. And again, the ripples just go on. And it can really be a beautiful picture. And we start to realize that, we have a choice of what we focus on. We can focus on the one yucky thing that's going on, or we can focus on the millions of blessings that happen every day for us. And abundance isn't just about money. Abundance it can be an abundance of love. You can be a super abundant person by having, maybe you're gifted with things all the time, or maybe somehow you just manifest things. And I think sometimes we overlook that because it might not come in the dollar form. And I think if we stop and start taking a look at our lives and all the little things, whether you won on a lotto ticket, or whether somebody gave you tickets to go to a concert, or they took you somewhere, or someone, had extra fruit or vegetables and they shared with you, or a snack, it goes on, and there's so much goodness going on. And the more we focus on it and are grateful and appreciative of it, it grows. And that's what I'm seeing is what we can do right now to really make a difference. It starts always at home with ourselves and our families, but it grows from there. And so it's just a really cool thing if we start to be more conscious about where we're putting our focus and choose to shift it, embrace our shadows, embrace the experiences that we came here to have, and then allow it to guide us back into being in flow with our higher source, with the universal energy, or the flow, however you want to look at it, whatever words you want to use, but ultimately in with each other. And this is a perfect time for it. This is a very powerful time. It's the most powerful time we've been in yet. And so much is possible, more than our little selves can even imagine. And the more we open up to that flow, and the more we focus on the positivity and the blessings of every experience, again, it's all how we choose to look at it, the more it grows, and the more it will continue to flow. And so, anyway, I just wanted to share a few of those thoughts today. I know a lot of us get these nudges, and it's nice to be able to share the words out loud, because it's always reminders for me, for all of us. And remember, we all have the choice. Not one person has it easier or better than the other person. It's just what each person chooses to do with it. And we can learn from each other and grow together, and do your best not to compare, because we never really truly know what it's like to walk in someone else's experience. That was for them and us alone to have our uniqueness. We can share and relate to each other in different situations, but it's more, we all have a unique one that, again, we can't really judge or compare that's better or worse than someone else's. So we can just lock arms together or hold hands and walk through it together, and bring our focus back and remind ourselves when we're off track, and just start to enjoy the beauty of all of it that's being shared with us every moment. So anyway, I hope that you all are having a beautiful weekend, and look forward to hearing any feedback and chatting with you all soon.